Oh, thank God. It's all bright again. Oh,
hello.
dear. Oh, hello there. Oh,
Nice you to join us.
Yes. Video for Mass Effect for MERCS.
Yeah, the sixth one for the squad.
Yes, we are on to... Who's next?
Kasumi Goto, quite possibly my favourite character in the whole game, bar a couple. I absolutely love Kasumi, and she's awesome, she's amazing, she's the epitome of the glass cannon, she is absolutely fantastic, and she is awesome in MERCS.
In my opinion, she was the hardest one to do. I mean, I know you think Tali was, but Kasumi was much harder, I think. It used to be a case of she hit things, took a lot of health off when she charged in, but she died. But now it's sort of more, you're not going to do as much damage, but...
She did tend to die pretty quickly when we first made her, because we hadn't got it quite right. She dealt a lot of damage on the turn she charged in, and then the retribution from the enemy, wiped her out completely. So we did have to tone that down somewhat and tamper with it and whatever. I think we've come up with a good compromise with this one now. She's got 3 blood. She can move 3 because she's lightly armoured. So she's got 6 reaction, which is one of the highest. In fact, there's only one higher than this, and he comes next. So her reaction's 6, so she's quite difficult to hit back in melee. She's only got 1 armour, as you'd expect, because she can move 3. Her armour failure is 6, which is about average. Courage is 5, ER 2, 8 repair. It's slightly higher than average, but I think it's justified.
For what she does.
Yes, she's +2 in melee, and she is strength 3, which we'll come to this in a moment.
And that's for weapon strength 3. She's not strength 3 herself.
No, but it just makes it sound better and a bit more impressive. So weapons, she's got an SMG, which is FN6, strength 2, 2 shots for 1 target.
Short range only.
Short range, yeah.
+1 to actually hit something if you move, but you can move all 3, you're likely going to be in short range to use it.
This is where it becomes really sexy for Kasumi, I think. She's got what we call a pulse knife, right? And it's not for butter, this is, this is not a toy, right?
Although you could cut the enemies like butter with it.
Yeah, and she does quite often. Essentially it is, it adds on to a melee thing. When you move into combat with her, she gets an extra 1 to hit in melee, so she's melee +3 on the turn she moves into combat. She gets an extra strength when she moves into melee, so she's strength 4 when she moves in, and she does 1 blood normally, and on the turn she goes into melee she does 2 blood, which is pretty sexy because she can move 3. She's bound, she's pretty much guaranteed to get where you want her to be, and with a melee rating of +3 on the turn she moves in, and doing 2 blood, she can pretty much cripple anybody she wants to do, barring the most powerful of targets. In which case we go back to a couple of early videos on about synergy with like Liara and Shepard doing warp, where you can lower the armour value if of a particularly tough one, like the Behemoth that's got armour 4. You can lower that to 3. I don't even need to lower it to 3 when she charges in. You can just, it's just strength 4.
You can get round the back.
Yeah, which is easy done again because she's
personal abilities.
Personal abilities. She has duelist.
Duelist is +1 reaction when being hit in melee.
Yep. So again, she's harder to hit back.
She's also got charge, which is +1 to actually hit in melee and +1 weapon strength. So that's where it's the +1 to hit and +1 weapon strength, strength 4 with your knife.
She has I Know the Way, so she can bound to herself.
I've gone over bounding in another video before, but essentially what bounding is, well, not really got much for it, but if you go through the video where I've done it before, it essentially shows what we've done for bounding and how I think it works. It's not the clearest rule to use, and if you want to do these, leave out Kasumi if you've not played MERCS before, because using that rule, it's going to get some time to get clear with it.
Well, as I understand it, it just gives you an extra move, an extra one move.
If you're bounding with yourself, yes, essentially.
And she's got active camo,
which if you're not in cover, you're +1. Well, your counter's in cover if you're not in cover, so +1 to try and be hit. And if you're in cover, your counter's in full cover, so enemies are at +3 to try and hit you with shooting attacks.
Yep.
But if you fail your arm failing check, you lose active camo.
Yeah. But this is the cool thing we did. Attacking with her doesn't lose the active camo. She has it permanently on until such time as she fails an armor check.
It used to be a case of she did 3 damage when she charged, but she lost active camo like the game. The thing is with MERCS, you shouldn't really, if you're making your own thing, you shouldn't add in everything, otherwise it's just going to be daft.
It was characterful, but she ended up being beat up.
If you have too many things, you're either going to forget them or you're going to find them.
This was
stupid.
a better way of doing it. I'd say if you're going to follow this and have do a similar thing, please take Kasumi every time, because she's awesome.
A little bit of shooting, she's pretty average.
Yeah.
There is a video we're going to do for our own house rules for MERCS at some point later on. You'll see when some other time, but that's pretty much it for Kasumi. Use her close. If she's in combat with someone that's close combat as well, she is going to have a few problems, but her main problems is things like shotguns, flamethrowers, grenades. Grenades are going to hurt her a lot.
Yeah. Because
they auto hit. Even things like grenade launchers, which you need to hold hit with, even if they go for an open space near her, that is going to hurt her.
Yeah. But you can't have everything. So you've got a really characterful model, and with some cool stats. Yeah, please take Kasumi every time.
That's it for Kasumi.
It is.
We've got quite a few more to do, and we'll get on to them.
We will.
No, go back into the darkness.